fine way. I don't know if that didn't go over. So it was not that fine of a way in the grand scheme of fine ways. And why, yes, this is a cat toy. I'm trying to appease the beast that is behind me. But for now, it's time for more of that sweet, sweet Age of Ashes. We got some latecomers tonight. Ohm is busy. What would Ohm be doing? Sneaking somewhere else for some reason. And Charles is salty because he got a drink thrown in his face, as you do. But Idaho and Tiki and Spell are here, and thank you boys so much for your support, for your friendship, for all the things. Last week was really shitty. Yeah, well, there's the algorithm. Oh well, I don't even care. This week is considerably better, but having people in my corner has been real good. We will. I'm always saying this. I know I am, but we're starting behind, so we're just gonna go straight on into it. As I realize I don't have the adventure open. What's this game again? What's this game again? We have determined that the person using the secret passage was a cat who should play with this. Look, a string. Stop crying. I don't want to put you in the bathroom. Chase the string first. The string. Determined it was Vaz Lorraine, the owner of a spoopy bookstore on the edge of town, and I believe we left off right as soon as we got there. So the floor is yours, boys.
Are you sure she doesn't sell skeletons as well, since they are spooky?
She might.
And scary.
Perception check, search, find the skeletons in her closet. I didn't mean to do that, but it was. Take it or leave it. Very good. But yes, all of the doors are locked. Fortunately, everyone's character sheets are filled out. So I'm gonna grab me some Ohm. I'm gonna grab me some Charles, and I don't know why. I'm even like, oh, what are they doing? What's happening here? Well, I have them. Here they are. How you guys proceed is up to you. Achilles thinks you should open the door. He thinks I should open the door.
There is a back door?
There is not a back door. There is a couple of windows out front. There's a front door. And all three are locked.
Okay.
Someone roll perception for me. I'm currently a little busy.
I got him. Boom. I'm just running everybody today. Gonna open this. Gonna slide this over. And it's a perception check from the cleric. To perceive. All told a 10. I guess I'll have Ohm and Charles do same. Bam! Well, that's relevant. And who was that? That was Ohm and Charlie! Charlie! Okay, fair enough. So as you guys go looking around the place, again, you're pretty much in the middle of nowhere. That it's not like... It's not outside of the realm of possibility that somebody could turn the corner and see you, but you basically have the place to yourself. Nothing... Ohm can definitely tell that, like, nothing is trapped. Charles, with his arcane sense, doesn't really detect the presence of magic or anything.
And this is the front entrance?
Yeah, the only entrance.
Alright. I guess open the door slowly and quietly.
Okay, the door is locked.
Okay, you wanna take care of this here, my fellow Gobbo?
Fellow Gobbo to the rescue with that thievery. So Annie tries to pick the lock, can't quite figure it out. Ohm tries to pick the lock, can't quite figure it out. There's nothing saying he can't try again.
How about I pull it? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this crafting check.
Okay.
Like I'm just dismantle the lock.
The lock is not dismantleable with the crafting check, and with the thievery. What happens if you fumble? Something probably happens because there was a fumble on a thievery check. Ohm tries to pick the lock. He can't quite get it. He gets a little upset and picks a little harder. Picks a little harder. And then... One sec, Spell. Let me resolve this. I got a thievery. Pick a lock. Critical failure. Oh, so Ohm breaks his tools trying to pick the lock. Oof.
Can we use the craft check to repair his tools?
Yeah, it would take probably about 10 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll go repair his tools.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't want him having broken tools when he gets back.
Just, hey, Jason, welcome to game. I broke your thieves' tools. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Okay, so about...
That's that 1 minute quick repair, sir.
Fair enough. All right, I guess Charles can also... he fumbled as well. Charles doesn't have tools. He's fine. So about 10 minutes pass. If you guys want to try to break a window or something.
I was going to ask guidance.
Okay.
Before someone made a lock attempt. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it.
It's okay. The guidance wouldn't make a difference, though. Still does not quite get the DC. Hello, Achilles. You are climbing on my desk. You are knocking over all the stuff with your feet. Do you want to sit on my lap? You want to say hi to everyone in YouTube land? Come on.
Yeah, breaking the window and then repairing it afterward would probably make the most sense.
But yeah, I only take a minute to repair an item, so...
Okay, so a minute passes. Ohm will not look at Charles' sheet. He will do not bit on me, cat. That is a meanie boy. Ohm's gonna try again.
The only reason I pointed it out that way is because 10 minutes of just sitting there in an alley with tools in hands is weird.
It is a little conspicuous. There we go. Okay, it takes a couple tries, but Ohm eventually does spring the lock on the door. On the inside, excuse me, I too am a little congested this evening.
Could you roll a stealth check for him to cover us in general? Or are we not in exploration mode currently?
We can be. There's not sure. The modes are still kind of weird and clunky for me. I don't know how I feel about them, but sure.
Oh, he fumble.
Unfortunately, there seems to be, or rather, fortunately, there seems to be nothing of consequence around you to hear you. Unfortunately, Ohm walks in and doesn't see something and like jams his toe on it, like really loud. The inside of the shop. There's looks like as you guys go looking around inside, and you can't find Annie. Looks like it basically has like 3 primary areas. Where you guys are now, there's like a big old public display of books and merchandise and things like that. There's a couple of rooms that come off from this, one of which has a big old sign that says staff only on it. Yes, kitty, come here. And the other one is just an unmarked door.
Can I give either an arcane nature or occultism to try to find any books on Baba Yaga here?
Yeah, sure.
Which one would you want?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you go looking around, you probably find something along the lines of like Iraseni mythology. Nothing so specific as to talk about like actual factuals about Baba Yaga, but bits about her riders and even like lore of frost giants and things. On top of that, there are just like shelves upon shelves upon shelves of really, really old books written in like every language in the book. The front of the room, as you guys go looking around, there's a counter, like where the woman would stand behind. There's a ledger for like where all the sales are being kept, and a till box which has been emptied.
Huh.
I perceive nothing.
And it is the middle of the day, right?
Yeah. It is. Well, I know. Okay.
Sorry, it was kind of Ohm's character that wanted to investigate this place, or
Okay.
one of Ohm, and I think it was Ohm and could have been Wiffle. Was it yours as well?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to try to look around. I would like to see, is there any kind of ledger around?
Yeah.
He did say there was a ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the risk of pulling the words out of my head, I'm going to read the ledger.
Okay. The ledger doesn't seem to really have anything strange in it per se. Lots of like names of locals, names of books bought and sold, and like prices that seem to be at least kind of reasonable connected. Like as you flip through to the very, very back, about 3 days before you first made it to Breach Hill, looks like somebody purchased. It's a little more intricate. A scroll that could be used to summon a fire method. As in, or rather, someone had used to purchase, like, had sold a scroll here, like that would summon a fire method, and then there's a note next to it which indicates that that scroll had gone missing.
I have a question.
Yes.
The door, is it keyed on both sides, or can it be locked manually from the inside?
Like the front door?
Do what, sir?
Like the front door?
Yeah, the door we came through, is it a key on both sides, or is it a manual lever on this side?
Yeah, you could definitely lock it from your side. Like
Okay, I want to close and lock it.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, yeah, well, the reason I'm wanting to close and lock it is to make it look like we're not in here.
Right. Seems to track. Okay, so the ledger seems to be that whoever was, well, you know it was Calmont. It looks like Calmont probably got that scroll of summoning a fire method from here. There's nothing else really weird here, though.
Any other rooms or doorways to look at?
Yeah, there are 2 more. One of them very clearly says staff only on it. The other one is just an unmarked door.
Okay. Let's check out the staff door.
Alrighty, give me a perception check.
I perceive a cat. They left their familiar.
He is. Charles is here, and Leo was very upset. Okie dokie. So, I'll have everybody else roll as well here. The rest of the squad lines up and perceives, and Yuktok has a 26, and he has a 20. Charles has a 18, and Rouge has a 15. Okay, cool. So, the door, like I said, very clearly, like, staff only, written on the top of it. It only Yuktok sees it as you guys walk up. But the door frame has these really, like, I guess, as if it had been stabbed a bunch, there are little tiny holes in the door. Inside those holes, they're not more than maybe like a ½ inch in right now. Little tiny spikes, as if, well, not as if. In fact, the door is trapped.
I want to look at that.
I will point them out, and like Charles, I've got detect magic going pretty much.
The door does not ping as magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we're going to try to go through this one, we're going to need everybody to step out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alm looks it up and down, and, well, maybe I could get it, gentlemen.
Well, if you want to try, or I can try, whichever. You probably would have a little more skill at it.
Alright, I'm sorry, Jason. Okay. So that happens. Alm tries to get the lock, or get the trap disabled, trying to find like a, probably somewhere there's some kind of pressure plate or trigger or something that could be pulled. Try as he might. He does not set off the device, but it does kind of like tick dangerously, and he's not able to get it.
Yeah, I probably should not.
And he does.
Hey, I don't click. No. I was actually not trying to do that, but I'll accept, since I did fumble, go ahead.
And Annie does find my cat is being super crazy tonight. And Okay, so I have like 20 different. I need more monitors. I need 20 monitors so I can run everyone. Okay, so then let me see how this resets. It resets. When do you reset, friendo? I guess they. Okay, yeah. So the trap goes off. Annie figures out that as she's trying to like fumble, she hits the knob of like a French handle, right? One of those that like turns down, and that's where the click goes off. The door does open, but the trap fires off at
Me.
with a 34 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Does it crits?
Oh, traps are vicious.
Yeah, it does.
Alrighty, so
Hold on. Yeah, so 27 is a crit to me.
got you. Okay, so then boom, so double this. I'll go ahead and get to the heal from Cute Talk.
I still don't see the damage.
Yeah, it's hanging on rolling on my end. I think I might drop out of the call in the next 20 seconds, and if I do, please do a forgive of me.
Press F to pay respects.
Poosh. Ah, there it is. So double of 18 damage.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's see 4. I'm at 5 life.
Okay, fair enough. And Q-Talk immediately throws a heal, I imagine.
single target second level heal.
Okay.
Yeah, which means that is 2d10 plus 16.
Dope. And bam, for 27 back. As the door opens, Annie dodges death by, 5 hit points, friends. And then back goes some more with the power of Saren Ray inside this room at great cost. It looks like the inside of this room is completely like disheveled and in disarray. There are books, vials, things like that laying all over the place. You definitely could find stuff in here, but it would take time to search around.
What time is this place open?
Normal hours are probably around the... they probably stay open a little late. They probably stay open till like 6 or 7 p.m. and open probably like 10 a.m., I'll say.
Okay, so there's
All right.
no reason why this should be closed at this time.
Right.
Yeah. So they look like they left in a hurry and just closed shop.
I don't know if this is a proper check for it, but I'll use it anyway. Yeah, that's a fumble.
No.
I was going to try to see if any of those vials were still usable, but even if they were, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, they're definitely not. Most of the stuff here that was of value, at least from a cursory glance, seems to be pretty shattered. Okay. Does anybody else want to make a perception check? It's going to take a little bit of time.
I'll at least assist.
All right, fair enough. I will... Well, I wish people would show up to this session so I did not have to play a small army of characters. And boom. Okay, so everybody goes searching around and stuff. It's Annie that finds most of the stuff. A lot of it is just cleaning has to happen before searching can. That's how bad this room is. But after about 20 minutes, Annie, you do find a journal.
Okay. Just flip it open, start seeing if I can read any of it.
Okay. Looks to be pretty new. As if somebody had just started it a couple days ago. Only one entry. It's really, really rushed, but you can read it relatively clearly. And it reads, Aha! Entrance to Alceta's Ring, Guardian's Way.
Do I know anything about this thing in Underworld lore?
Oh, yeah, Underworld lore would be good. Society is also... Never mind, Bullock's got it. Okay, so... Guardian's Way is a long abandoned military outpost, which was used during the Goblin Blood Wars. It's about 6 miles northwest of town in like a wooded enclave. It's pretty general knowledge. It's also general knowledge that, again, the outpost has been abandoned for a while. Not even really much of an outpost, just kind of like one building, some tree stands, and like a really heavily wooded area around it.
All right, so I'd tuck the journal and the book I'd gotten off the shelf into my bag. I don't think this person's coming back, so.
Yeah. Looks like we might have missed them.
Well, might as well try it once over. Get one more search to make sure we didn't miss anything, and then probably get out of here or try the other door.
Okay. Well, if you want to roll some perception checks. No, by all means.
I was getting back to it.
So Annie goes a looking around. Bollocks goes a looking around. You guys are pretty sure anything of value in this here bookstore has probably been taken when the owner, as Bollocks pointed out, very clearly absconded the area.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll another perception check to see if there's any books on the shelf that were worth anything that I should probably take?
No, there aren't any books that are worth more than maybe like a silver piece at most to the right person. This is like one of those, I'm sure we've all seen them, like in the downtown areas of bigger cities and college towns, the bookstores that have just like a bunch of really old esoteric books, and there's one person working there who never gets any business, really.
Okay.
One of those.
I would also give the shelf a once over to see if there might be any survival texts that might have any kind of snare formula or anything like that.
Not really.
Okay. Might as well check the other room then.
Okay.
Be thorough.
As you guys head over to that door, it is in fact very locked. Ohm will
Very locked.
ohm it up. Bam! Didn't fumble. Bam! 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 But there it is. After quite a bit of time and a little bit of swearing and a little bit of the curse of Jason's rolls coming over to me, Ohm is able to pop the... Yes?
While he's cussing and fumbling with this, I should probably just start putting acid on the wood.
He just and pops the lock. Inside, it's a very, very disheveled, again, stuff all over the place. Clearly the owner's personal quarters. As you look around, the bed is unmade. There's a chest of drawers that's been ransacked. The wardrobe is missing about half of its contents. There's a small desk in the corner which is covered with like personal effects and things. But of note, next to the bed, there's a nightstand, and on that nightstand lies a book which is called Breach Hill, Outpost of Liberty. Next to it, there are several like loose leaves of paper.
I'm going to go through the paper.
Okay, the paper seems to be like... It's hard to say exactly what it means without opening the book, but it's like page 62. Ha! Rich idiot humans trusting that lying wizard. Couple pages, or a couple like down the page and a few pages forward. The fools put up a statue of that duplicitous charlatan. Hilarious! And as you go a little bit farther and like flip through the loose leaves, you find an info dump.
All right. As I'm going through these pages, any ones that have certain page numbers that they're in reference to, I would use as bookmarks on those pages in the book.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So I will Do a grab. This is the part where I'm going to tell you all about the town. And it'll probably take him, and probably Ross will be here by the time I get done with this part. Page that and that. Cool. Okay, so the book itself, Breach Hill Outpost of Liberty. You flip through it, and it notes very clearly that Breach Hill is nestled in the foothills of the Five Kings Mountains in the wilds of eastern Isger. It's about 50 miles from the border with Druma. It's a pretty young town, like just under 170 years old, though it has a really deep history that begins with the humblest of origins as a barely functional outpost of human amnesiacs. The aid and mentorship of a powerful wizard led a bunch of people who had lost their all of their memories out from the shivering and dying in the wilderness to found at this outpost a thriving town that exists present day. The notes that Vaz has taken tell an entirely different story. The town would tell you that they were saved by a brave and selfless and powerful wizard known as Lamond Breachton. But the truth seems to be, if the woman is correct, that Lord Breachton was not the philanthropist they make him out to be. In fact, pregnant pause. In fact, it seems to be, according to her research, Breachton was no more than a egomaniacal wizard who was trying to build a cat that will not be quiet, trying to build a society of servants to like run at his beck and call and appease his needs. And when he failed at this, he wiped the memories of everyone living in Breach Hill. He did that, according to the notes, it seemed to be not quite, or rather, it seems to be more that he did that out of like a sense of guilt, I will say. There's a little bit of notes at the end of this fool should have just left them to die. Guilt gets you nothing. And as far as the rest of the leaflets go, it seems to indicate that Vaz was unable to figure out and find nothing more than like dead ends in terms of what happened specifically to Lamond Breachton after he left the area. Given that he's a human and it's been almost 200 years, she suspects he is now dead.
I'd relay all the written stuff.
Okay. And there are a couple of scrolls also as you go looking around. I will copy them. They are Acid Arrow, False Life, Obscuring Mist, and Touch of Idiocy, which is now in the Loot tab.
Awesome.
And now in Charles' spellbook.
When Ross gets back, he'll be pleased as punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there a way for sorcerers to learn new spells or no?
Yeah, there is. Arcana checks in downtime.
Oh, okay.
Other than the ones that I know naturally.
I
don't add them to my spellbook. Like a wizard or anything.
Yeah, unless you take. There are a couple of sorcerer feats that let you function like you get a spellbook.
Oh, okay.
So basically you can, and eventually you can put spells of different traditions in that spell book. So eventually you can cast all of them. That was the Draconic Sorcerer video that we did. Yeah.
I should look into that. Indeed.
Well, in any case, that seems to be everything here of value. Detect Magic would ping those scrolls, but that's Charles and Q-Talk have been on that too.
Yeah.
So, clues here seem to point toward this Breach Hill location.
We're in Breach Hill, I believe.
We're in Breach Hill, I believe.
Guardian's Way seems to be where...
Yes, Guardian's Way. Sorry. Trying to remember the names, get all these straight. So Young Nomus, could you TLDR that for me?
Hold on, what?
Leo
you please
really
TLD
just wants to give him
Could
the.
you just break it down for my little goblin brain?
Oh, yeah, I would break down as much as it, as you need. But yeah, they went to this other place. So if we want to catch up with this person, we have to go there.
That's what I assumed. Okay. Didn't want to make sure. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything here.
No. The book here and the notes are mostly her thoughts on the history of Breach Hill, which is the place where we're at. So really, I personally just say we have to probably regroup and start travel, unless we have something else to do in town.
Sounds good to me. I can always make a note to come back here and peruse the books later.
The cops have figured out that you guys have broken into a bookstore. They have many questions. Well, Charles is probably at this point just casually flipping through books, trying to catch up on the eons that have passed as he slept. Ohm is cursing his inability to pick a simple lock.
I'm going to, with Charles's help and a Arcana check and a occultism check, find a selection of about 6 books he might want and shove them in my bag.
And
I will assist with those checks if need be.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. You can, the lore of the White Riders and that kind of stuff exists.
Yeah, so basically, I'm grabbing him 6 books to take with him, and it's like, look, well, if the lady comes back or we find her, we'll pay her for him. Just let's go.
Thank you, friend. And books on what would a Thessalonian? What has he missed? He's missed not Earth,
quite a bit.
Really. He's missed the lore of the Hold of Belkzen, some bits about the formation of the World Wound.
Oh, also, if there happen to be any books on the Bellflower, I think, for the Goblin.
Yeah, there's one. It's kind of tucked away in the back, just like a brief history of the Bellflower Network.
Okay, then I would grab that and hand it to the Goblin.
It's been a while. I might want to see if there's anything about Varki culture to read on the way.
Yeah, you'd probably find something about Varki culture.
Yeah, it's basically we're just finding reading material for the way.
For the ride up, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So
I assume we don't have anything else to do, so let's regroup at the end, maybe.
Regroup at the end.
Sounds good.
Okay, works for me. You guys have free room and board basically everywhere. Big damn heroes.
I believe the Brimbles have already went back to their citadel.
Yep, the Bumblebrashers have returned to Hell Knight Hill.
All right. Well, unless we have any. Is Hell Knight Hill on the way to our new location, or is it opposite direction?
I think it's the opposite direction.
I hadn't finished my thought. I was going to say
Sorry?
we'll check on Sven and Sven later.
Oh, yes, the Warg Puppers. Got you. One of my patrons' name is Sven, and I heard that. I'm like, what's Sven do? What? Sven's not in this game. What happened? Yeah, it's...
Well, the puppers are our puppers.
Citadel Altarian is to the northeast, and the...
are we leaving our puppers?
Yeah, you can. Or you can take some Warg puppies with you, but they're at the Citadel right now.
They would be safer at the Citadel while we're checking out this potentially dangerous stuff. We will make sure and take them with us when we leave this area.
Well, how far is the place we're going to?
Guardian's Way is like 6 miles northwest of the city, whereas gotta get that hypotenuse. Whereas Citadel Altarin is just over a mile northeast. So you could, I suppose, like add a little bit of time to the journey and stop off at the Citadel first if you wanted to.
But they are our puppers.
They are your puppers.
At the very least, we could go and give them affection and tell them we're doing important stuff.
Well,
That's
here's the
dangerous.
thing. If we leave them with the Bumble Brashers for too long, they may become more accustomed to the Bumble Brashers than they are to us.
True, we wouldn't want to
And-
do that to them. It would be best to take them for their emotional help.
Plus, we don't really want to leave them too long with goblin dogs.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey, it's true. I can only
They
do
get all
that
mangy.
so long.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I think we should take the puppers, even if we have to keep them in the cart.
Okay.
Yes, they will be happy to have guard duty.
So you guys head off in the direction of the Citadel. The Bumble Brashers, as you are one of their own, now greet you with open arms. The Warg puppers come out and are very happy to see you, still kind of slightly more than impishly biting at your heels and whatever appendages they can get their little Warg teeths on.
Yeah. Of course, give them good pets. We're going to tell the Bumble Brashers what we're about to do, where we're going, and that we're taking our pups with us.
They nod.
Yes.
They look a little sad that the puppies are going away, but no differently than anybody else whose puppies are leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Don't worry.
really think-
We will be coming back.
For Ohm's exploration tactic, you guys have a 27 on your stealth check to try to approach quietly. Does anybody have anything else they want to do as we head on to the place?
Basically, on the way back through, stop at the butcher and get a couple of big, like huge cow bones, give to the pups,
Okay.
and
Sounds
then
good.
of course pet food.
Works
Yes.
for me. Okay, so as you guys head on up there, it was the middle of the afternoon. It's probably like it will be dark in a couple of hours as you reach Guardian's Way. And if you guys could give me perception checks, please. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I have to roll for everybody who's not Cute Talk Annie or can Cute Talk roll for Cute Talk self now? Now that there's I see you're in. Yeah. And a Skiv from Charles Ticome, and that's not how he pronounces his name at all. But there we go. Sorry, couldn't find the clicker. Okay, so it's Cute Talk that sees it. As you guys approach, it's really clear from the rising smoke, from as like you get to where like a copse of trees kind of just springs up in a clearing almost, that this place is presently occupied. Looks like there are a couple of... The sun is down low enough that you can't get a real amazing look at them, but there's 2, maybe 3 figures with bows walking in a, like, around a gigantic platform, which is between 3 trees. Seems to be another one farther back, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Can we tell any kind of insignias? Does it look like a normal guard, or is this place occupied by an external force?
Society checks, I feel like. Okay. Bollocks isn't super sure. Annie, I think, is... Annie's sure enough to look and be like, oh, those appear to be mercenaries. They're not really dressed in any uniform manner. And it's Charles Tycombe, of all the people, who somehow realizes that perhaps something he read in an inn, perhaps something he overheard, that group of individuals is known as the Bloody Blades. They are a small-time regional mercenary band known for highway robbery and other disreputable endeavors, shall we say.
All right, this is not really something I'd want to do without the other party members here.
Okay. I'm certainly capable of rolling for them if things go sideways.
Yeah, but then we feel really bad if they were got to sacrifice themselves while they are not here.
Okay.
Also, we don't want them to miss the fun.
Okay. So it's a unanimous. I'm going to yell at Ross on Discord, is what I'm going to do. Quick, everyone shout at him.
Basically, need to pull back to a safe distance and.
Okay. Ohm probably doesn't necessarily see them, but he is helping you guys move and move the wagon quietly enough that you guys don't give your presence away. That is a really, really good exploration feat.
Yeah, especially with puppers.
Your children don't get shot by a bunch of disreputable bandit-like mercenaries. Okay, I'm going to do a big yell. A big yell. Machatek. Eat yay. Jason probably just straight up isn't making it. He hasn't texted me back. And all the times that he's been busy or something has gone down, he's always had the, like, he will reply to a text on his phone really, really fast. But not today, I suppose. So you guys pull back. There's enough of a place where you guys could set up. Seems relatively safe. The bloody blades don't follow you. Is there, I guess one thing I will say is there's not a lot of rush in this part of the AP. If there's any downtime, anything you guys want to do, now would be a good time to do it.
Actually, yeah, since we're not in a rush, we can just head back to town and we can start some downtime.
Okay.
Because that would actually give me time to convert some of this gold into alchemical items.
Yeah, fair enough. Works for me. And back to Breach Hill we go. Do the puppers return to the Citadel?
I don't know, maybe. What do y'all think?
We should get them used to people and
Socialize them.
Yeah, socializing the animals.
Okay, sure.
So get them some nice colors and name tags.
Okay.
I'm actually going to start doing crafting, just with as much time as possible to get it down to close to half as I can, trying to make multiple, basically poisons that are not poisons, but healing potions that aren't going to go away.
Sure. Okay.
That
You know
didn't fumble, I don't think.
You know your DCs and you know how much time needs to pass. It can be a while. As far as the puppers go, whoever wants to do this, if I'll say give me a diplomacy check. Since they are getting them socialized is definitely a good thing, but they're sentient enough that it's not a nature.
Okay, diplomacy.
Big happy check. Okay. And did we decide on names? I heard Sven for one. Sven and Sven.
Sven and Sven.
The same name twice.
They're both.
Yes.
One
Easy
of
to
them,
remember.
Sven. I guess I'd sit down with a book of names and see which names they react positive to.
Okay, so you say the names.
Those would be their secondary names
They say
because they're both Sven.
Q-Tuck sits down and starts reading off a couple of names, and the first couple of names kind of go over like a lead balloon, and then you hit the third one, and one of the puppers looks at you, and in common, it just, Sven!
They're spelled differently. How's that?
Fair enough. The second one follows suit, Sven!
Okay, they're Sven.
Right.
They point at each other. Like, they am big steppy to point. I hope someone knows what meme I'm. Thank you! Raises the point. And, like, Sven! It's probably kind of adorable.
They are agreed. Out of character.
Good.
We'll probably start intonating Sven differently to differentiate the two of them.
Sven 1 and Sven 2.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yes.
Not Anastasia goes a crafting. Anastasia has a 13. Sumac and Idaho.
Checking.
Yeah.
Also, I'm needing to find out how many of these checks that I can make within an allotted time.
Yeah. I'm looking too.
Because, like, can I only brew one thing at a time, or can I make multiple batches set up, or what? I don't know.
Where's space? I'm looking. Finish downtime days. You can craft items with the consumable trait in batches, making up to 4 of the same item at once with a single check. This requires you to include the raw materials for all the items in the batch at the start, and you must complete the batch all at once. You also craft non-magical ammunition in batches Hach-Cha. The GM determines the success. Oh, where's that table? There's a table, right? I remember they talked a lot about a table. Where's that
Yeah,
table?
there was a table.
I guess we'll look at that. What's the level of the item you are whipping up?
That's the first level healing item, dude.
Gotcha. I have no idea.
I'm actually grabbing it. Give me a sec. Alchemical items, elixirs, and elixir of life. Minor, so it's level 1 with a price of 3 gold.
Okay, cool. It's a little, I guess, during the time Sven run around the lab shouting Sven a lot, but yeah, you're able to get a success on the
And
craftsmanship.
it's the table is actually the same one for what do you call it? Earning an income.
Oh, for real? Neato.
Yeah.
Okay. That means they put the table in the book twice. Now I don't know how I feel about that, but okay, sure. So on a success, we're learning how crafting works here at Age of Ashes. Your attempt is successful. Each additional day spent crafting reduces the materials needed to complete the item by an amount based on your level and your proficiency.
And I'm expert.
rank. Okay, fair enough. So then,
So 3 at expert is 5 silver.
yes.
All right, so it's a minimum of 4 days, and every day after reduces it by 4 silver, and I'm making 4 elixirs of life that are 3 gold apiece.
So you spend a gold and a half. Or no, you don't. 3, 6, 9, 12. You spend 6 gold for 4 then.
Yeah.
Because you got to supply all the upfront. But yep, sure. It is successful.
Yeah, but
4 days pass.
for every for every additional day that you spend afterward, it reduces the cost down to a minimum of half.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I assume you reach the minimum in 4 days.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it as the minimum of 4 days. I'm literally brewing them as far as I can go.
Oh.
To reduce costs.
Oh, I get it now. Okay. You know what the math is. Since we haven't heard from our wizard or our rogue yet, it can take as long as you'd like it to, or as short as you'd like it to.
So 6 days is 6 gold is 12 days. So 16 days.
Okay, fair enough. Just over 2 weeks pass.
Yeah, do I want to make more or not? I mean, that's the thing.
There's definitely no rush at this part of the adventure, but if 6 months tick off, that might be we might change our minds about the rushing bit.
How old are these puppies?
A little older now. Yeah. I'll say, probably, like, maybe.
Well, before you actually give me an answer, let me tell you my intention, and then you can just tell me yes or no.
Uh-huh.
I'm wanting to see if we can stay here long enough to where they would not be helpless if they go with us on the road.
Okay. They're probably about 4 months old now. They haven't reached, like, they're not any kind of mature or fully grown. Taking them on the road now would be probably not the best idea. Wargs probably take a couple years, maybe even a little longer for their brains to fully develop and their bodies to match with it.
All right, so we would still be leaving them with the dog sitter.
Uh-huh.
How long would be a reasonable amount of time for us to stay? Because I'm just going to brew up stuff while I can.
Okay, that makes sense. We've burnt how many days so far?
16.
16. Probably. I almost want to say 16 is the cap.
Okay.
Is there any way we could have talked the other alchemist characters into helping make more?
There's only one other alchemist character. Because
Because
Charles is no longer an alchemist.
He's a Rooney boy. Yeah. I don't know what feats. Well, I'm looking at his sheet, aren't I? I like how.
Is there?
Oh, that's Charles. I'm like, why does Ohm have shield block? What is happening? Ohm sweet leaf. Feats. Can he craft? He has alchemical crafting. Yeah. During that 16-day stretch, I will say that Ohm will do the same to produce the same. And boom. And now you have
Same check.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, so yeah, I don't know who would want to carry what on what, but I'm keeping. Actually, no. Since I can make these easily enough, just with my day's preparation, I would hand off the 4, or my 4 rather, to Charles.
Okay.
So, I don't know whether Ohm would want to keep his, but
he'd probably pass them out.
Yeah.
One to everybody who's not the cleric.
Okay, well then we'll just do that then. Everybody gets 2. I would give. All right, so the cleric actually does get 1. I'm not keeping any.
Okay.
So the rest of the party just get 2 each.
Works for me.
Because there's 5 of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so seeing as I can make these during my daily allotments, everybody just gets 2 of the minor elixirs.
Works for me. Does anybody else have anything they want to do? Anyone they want to talk to as 16 days pass in Breach Hill?
I don't know. I would just spend time with the dogs and that.
Okay.
Yeah, and nurturing the warg puppies and going around and
I would
seeing
train up
if
this
anyone needs my help during that 16 days. I'd be treating injuries and stuff.
Works for me.
I guess I'd be trying to earn an income with medicine.
Yeah, that is a thing that could happen, could it? So, how do we do in comms? Yeah. Hello, crafting, identify alchemy.
Earned income. You can use a skill, typically craft, lore, or performance to earn income during downtime. You must be trained in the skill to do so. It takes time to set up, and your income depends on your proficiency rank. How lucrative the task is depends on the GM, basically. In some cases, the GM may use different skills to earn income through specialized work. Downtime. Use one of your skills to make money during downtime. GM assigns a task level representing the most lucrative job available. You can search for lower level tasks, with the GM determining whether or not you find any. Sometimes you can attempt better work than the initial offerings, though this takes time and requires the diplomacy skill. When you take on a job, the GM secretly sets a DC for your skill check. After the first day's work, you roll to determine your earnings, and then you gain the amount of income based on your results. You can continue working on subsequent days without needing to roll again. For each day you spend after the first, you earn the same amount as the first day.
Okay, works for me.
And the chart's on 236.
Cool. So that's what Charles will do. He'll 16 days worth of making that money.
I think that's what I would do too.
Okay.
If I could try to free some slaves.
Sure, that will be your job.
Do my underworld check.
Mm-hmm. Works for.
Ah.
And now we have a new side quest because Bullocks has been captured. That's what we're doing today. What's Charles really good at? What's best?
I can spend my hero points for that.
Okay, fair enough.
Task level is actually directly representative of how much you actually earn, so you need to decide a task level.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so then I guess I can roll society, right?
You can choose whatever task you want to do your stuff because you are the DM.
Okay, so then Charles will roll Arcana. You guys, your task level is that level there that I say in my head, which is the ba, and the DC is ba, and Cube Talks is much better. Okie dokie. So
And it's basically just pass or fail, and then based on trained or expert, how much they get.
okay, I assume Charles is expert in Arcana.
All right, so just tell me the task level, and I'll tell you how much he makes per day.
Okay. Bolix is probably expert in underworld lore. I assume Q-Talk is expert in medicine.
I'm
Okay.
trained in underworld lore.
Trained? Okay. So then all three of them are successful. I set it at task level 3.
Then that's 5 silver for trained and for expert. 5 silver per day.
Master in medicine.
Unless you want to choose stealth for the training slaves, that's
Yeah, you can roll stealth. That's fine.
That's expert.
Yeah, I misread. Yeah, I'm
Task-
expert in
Task level 3. Task level 3 expert is still 5 silver.
Got you.
So
is master. So is legendary.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Also,
yeah,
Spellcraft,
it doesn't actually start.
Spellcraft is coming through very quiet. I hear him trying to talk, but it
Yeah.
sounds like his mic's on the other side of the room.
The differences between the checks don't start going up until a little bit later. But you have 16 days times 5 silver, so 8 days, that's 8 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so that's 8 gold times 3, 24 gold.
I don't have math.
Hey, me neither. 24 gold is 8 gold for everybody, basically. Or for everybody who does a task.
Mm-hmm.
Eight gold too.
And seeing as I was making potions for the party, and am I getting anything or no?
It depends on
I'll share
how...
my gold.
There it is.
That's the money you
Okay,
would
cool.
have made.
Yeah, I mean it's about the same.
Yeah.
It's like if they want to actually give me anything back for it, that's cool.
How much gold did you spend?
I made 4 and Ohm made 4, so we spent $1.50 a piece. And by $1 I mean a gold, and we made 4, so we basically did 6 gold a piece for the 4. So each one of them's really worth 3 gold. So 3 gold's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll throw 3 gold at you.
Yeah, I'll
And-
also contribute 3 gold towards the
Right.
other one.
That's for Ohm. So Ohm goes up by 3, I go up by 3, and then everybody else goes up by whatever else.
Gotcha. Charles goes up by 8. I will put that on his sheet. That's important. All right, so it looks like Ross is not going to make it today, and I still haven't heard anything from Jason. So it comes down to if you guys would like to move forward on your own, you certainly can. I can certainly bot them.
In all honesty, if we're going to be doing a combat and actually going into a combat, I'm not comfortable with that. And you know that, I mean, it's 60 or 40. That's we got 5 people, so the one party member. Do we want to not do things when there's 2 down, or we not want to do things when there's 3 down?
I'd say it's up to y'all.
I'm also not feeling my best, so I would like to wait till next week.
Okay.
How much
So
gold
I'm
did,
guessing we're calling a short day.
That's probably good. How much gold did Ohm make? Also, real quick.
I gave Ohm 3 gold.
And he spent
Yeah, it was.
a gold and 5 silver.
Yeah.
So then he's net gold and 5 silver.
Yep,
Boom.
I've got no problem subsidizing the other party members when they're making healing potions.
That's basically
Okay.
what happens to my trainer in a Pokemon game I'm playing right now. It's real good. Okay, so
Yes.
for cutting it here, I guess I'll say thank you to the 3 of you who did show up for your understanding. Because we're basically looking at the end of book 1 as where that starts, and it'd be, why do I knock over everything? It'd be a bear
Because
without
you
everybody.
have cat.
Actually, well, in that case, during the time that was spent every day after I've checked on my brewing, I would actually go to pray at the fountain to Baba.
Okay.
There's Anna. When she's going, she's actually feeling rather lackluster. When anybody talks to her, she's feeling tired, bored all the time. Might be a slight, not so much dimming to her personality as much as just feeling blah. Basically, early signs of the bleaching.
Fair enough. I guess if you two could give me society works up, any of the knowledge checks probably could pick it out. Except for that one.
What, for Annie's health?
Yeah.
Medicine check.
Medicine would also probably cut it.
Nature.
Nature, certainly. Arcana, it is a magic-y thing. Occultism, maybe not occultism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just failed.
So it seems...
Yeah, nobody's seeing it.
Yeah. What little you're looking at is like, okay, they're fine. The spamming works, hooray, the nature check, cube tuck, yeah, it crosses your mind the way Annie is acting. If Annie doesn't get out, see some stuff, shake it up a little bit, my cat might wake up. And also it might be really bad for her health. And for anybody who's watching who doesn't know what the bleaching is, a gnome in theory could live forever, but they must constantly see new things, do new things, go new places, or what happens to them is the color literally leaves their body as they, it's a very, very, very sad disease known as the bleaching, like cancer for a human, almost. It can be staved off. You can survive it. You'll come out real different on the other side. Yes, kitty. Yes, kitty. Annie's got the bleaching. And how that pans out for our party, we will see in the coming weeks. Again, thank you to my patrons for being cool and understanding, not running through the things with 3/5 of a squad.
Yeah.
It always kind of gives me little pings of anxiety when people don't show up, and that means, oh well, we can't go today, and well, what are these people going to do?
We will have to give them an earful. We have to give them an earful when they get here.
But you guys are beautiful, and we'll see you next time. Say bye. Let's hit monthly chat.
Bye.
Goodbye.